We want to do this video for ages, but let's have a little walk around and a little chat about the S15 SPEC R that I've recently bought. If you're new to the channel, quick rundown about me. I'm 31, I've had 3 cars. This is the 3rd car. Last car was a Clio 182 and I had it for 12 or 13 years in the end. But this is the latest purchase. Completely switched it up, went for well, I've always been looking at S13s, S15s, anything Jap really is what I wanted next, so this is what I've gone for. Modified obviously by the previous owner. I think I've had it now a month. Obviously the first thing that hit me mainly was the paint. A full respray, everything came out apparently and everything went back on, but actually all the seals and all the internals and everything have been painted, which is one thing that started me straight away. I was like, oh, it's not just an over the top. They've gone into depth with it, painted all the kit properly in a Porsche Classic grey. It's almost like a Nardo grey. Just didn't want one that was white or black, and this was originally white when it got imported in 2019. And I think the first owner was called Calvin, which Tom, the guy that actually won this, because this was a dream car giveaways car, he was the winner, Tom. And then he sold it to me. I never actually asked him how much he bought it for. Some of this has intrigued me since. I might message him, be cheeky. What did you buy it for? Not that I've paid you whatever for it. Calvin sold it to them for 35, I think, from my research on dream car giveaways. I think that's what they bought it for before auctioning it out. So with the mods and things, obviously you can see why Calvin wanted to push for that money. I'm not sure you get that privately. But yeah, we're gonna have a little run around of the mods now and see what you guys think. For previously enjoying modding cars myself, it was quite nice this time to buy a car where the money's already been spent. So cheers Calvin for that if you ever watch this video. I absolutely love it so far. It's ran like an absolute dream. Went on a little bit of a long drive over the bank holiday weekend, hence all the dead on the front. But yeah, obviously genuine aero kit all the way around, bumper, side skirts, rear splats. Then with the addition of the Flow Designs lip kit, splitter, side skirts and skirting on the back there. The lip at the front's seen better days. I think Calvin, being the rude boy that he was doing all these modifications, had it as low as you like, which is obviously his prerogative, but speed bumps in the UK, yeah, I could imagine the joys of trying to drive this around being as low as what it was. Tom said he brought it up another 10 mil, I think he said, on the arches, just to allow for a little bit more room. I'd say it's probably slightly higher at the front for speed bump reasons than it is at the back, but maybe that's just the arch. The main piece de resistance are the wheels. Their works in motion, obviously a nice design. This is something, if I do keep the car, thank you Emily, love you, if I do work hard enough and get to keep the car, this is something that will need a refurb at one point, because obviously they may have been on there for a little bit now, but they need some love. I might pop each one off and give it a little bit of a refurb, but obviously pretty sick looking wheel, to be honest. Inside the wheel we've got the K Sport big brake kit, 8-pot on the front and 4-pot on the back, with the added caliper, which I think is an R8 handbrake caliper. But once again, something that may need a little bit of a refurb if I wanted to go crazy with the paint. I don't think this one's too bad, but there's cracking showing. It may just need a little bit of a refurb at one point, but obviously it looks, yeah, with the wheels obviously especially, they just look sick. Moving on to headlights. Driftworks headlights at the front with a sequential indicator, and same at the back. I think these are also Driftworks sequential rear lights. They're pretty sick when they're running, which I'll be sure to flick a little clip on in here. Bringing us around to the back of the car, obviously genuine aero spoiler and the Blitzner catback exhaust. This thing is absolutely massive, makes a fair bit of noise, but yeah, sounds decent. I was querying at first whether I should keep it or not, but why not? The sequential lights. Oh. Things to mention on the interior: Recaro pole positions. Well, a few little tweaks with the steering wheel, the gear knob. Everything else is pretty much standard, except for the toucan multi-function display, which is this little beauty. Majority is wired out, a few bits don't work, a few bits do work, but it's quite a cool thing to flick through actually when you're driving. So at first I was like, oh no, I don't really like it. I would have preferred it just to have another just air vent, which I may still swap back and just go back just to using the boost gauge, or put maybe a multi-function gauge up here, because I think I just prefer that and that just to look a little bit more standard. But obviously a multi-function display is pretty cool. Other than that, it's pretty standard in the front, which I like. It's all sort of, it's not too crazy. With these cars, they are designed to hold 4 passengers. One reason for potential seat change. You fit reasonably. I feel like if you're any taller than 5'10", the back isn't for you, and if you like your legs, probably not either. So yeah, have no legs or a child, the back's for you. But they're pretty cool. It is like a sofa back here, massive cup holder bucket things in the back, which is also pretty funky. But yeah, designed for 4, currently set up for 2 and a child. Harrison's climbed through to the back a few times already, and he loves it. He loves the seats and everything, but something to look at changing. Technically you could take an adult seat, you gotta be flexible. Yeah. The next thing that pulled me to the car was the engine out and wire tuck for obviously respray through everything. It just seems like a job that was done right, pretty much. They got everything out of the way, they painted it all, and yeah, I think it looks sick. Obviously resprayed red top for the SR20 DT. K&N air filter. I think I need to change that soon because he's looking a little bit old, so I just need to take the filter off the front and put a new piece on. Blitz intercooler, uprated fuel pump, Audi R8 coil pack, don't know what else there is, and carbon fibre. Oh yeah, and uprated, yeah, intercooler radiator, yeah, and obviously everything else is tucked and looking beautiful. Needs a little bit of love. I went around with a bit of a wire brush trying to clean all this off, but it looked a bit like this, where it's been sat and sort of not used so much, so I need a little bit more love in there. That is mainly it. I don't know what I'm going to do modifications wise. I think it'd just be changing things to the way I may like it, but yeah, I mean, as a base. Cool, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video on the S15 SPEC R. There are a few little things that are wrong, but we'll talk about that in another video and see if we can rectify a few of them. So thanks for tuning in, catch you next time. So good. We'll do a driving video next.